Hello and welcome to episode 5 of series 2 of Not the Chair Circle, the antidote to group therapy. Now we have a packed programme for you tonight, viewers, and we are going to deal with what is a hot topic to some: religion. Does it have a place in the treatment of mentally ill people? Now, the reason we have this topic tonight is that we have had what is known in YouTube as a call to action. Now normally a call to action would be from the programme to the viewer. Not in this instance. It's most definitely from the viewer to the programme. It's from our regular viewer, Miss, not Ms. Dorothea Spume, and as is so wont, she has corresponded by letter. She writes, to You Know Who You Are, how come you bastards never investigate the spiritual aspect of mental health treatment? Do a programme on that. Signed, Dorothea Spume. Now, on first hearing that, viewers, you may think that Miss Spume is giving us dog's abuse, but she's not. What she's referring to is that I and several members of the team belong to the British Atheist Society, targeting all religious doctrinal sermonising. We are a group who actively challenge preachers' rights to sermonise in public. Now, I must admit, Miss Spume has pricked my conscience somewhat with her letter, because in episode 6 of series 1, we did have one of the bastards on to further our cause. Now, to date, we have not had a member of the clergy on to redress the balance, so we shall be doing that very thing later. But first, I'm delighted to announce that we have a new group on musical therapy this week. Now, this group comes highly recommended by both the Bedlam Boogie Boys and Shaggy. Babs of the Boogie Boys has met them on the ward when he was having a little visit, and he says they are, and I quote, a delightful bunch of chaps. Shaggy has seen them in concert and says they are Boston, which I believe is a West Midlands term of approval. Now, all I know about them is that they're called the Rubatos, and they have just set up in Studio 2. The best things in life are free. You can keep them for the birds and the bees. I want Smarties. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Your loving gives me a thrill, but nothing like those chocolate pills. I want Smarties. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. I like Smarties in their little tube. Red, green, orange, yellow and blue. I want Smarties. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Give me Smarties. That's what I want. They're chocolatey and good for me. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Well, viewers, I think that was an excellent debut by the Rubatos, and I hope to see them again in future episodes. And now we come to tonight's main topic: religion. Does it have a place in the treatment of mentally ill people? Now, unfortunately, we are once more running on a skeleton crew here at Not the Chair Circle. Our usual interviewer, Mike Gobshite, is in Tibet. He's following a spiritual path traversed only by the Dalai Lama, 3 Tibetan monks and Micheal Palin. Bobby Nomates, our CEO and producer, has declined to do the interview because he says it might damage his brand. Not only is he Britain's premier heavy metal xylophonist, but he's also a fashionista and influencer. Dr. Robert, our in-house psychologist, refuses to be in the same room as any religious person. He says he is a man of science and he agrees with Nietzsche that God is dead. Now that just leaves our ace reporter and man in the street, Shaggy, who jumped at the chance to do the interview. He's commandeered Mike Gobshite's studio and his studio audience. This is all totally live, so anything can happen in the next half hour. Over to Studio 3. Hello studio audience. Can you hear that, viewers? I've got a studio audience. Yeah, I'll tell you what else my gobshite's got in here. He's got a hair, makeup and wardrobe department back there. No wonder he always looks so bloody slick. Anyway, welcome to Gobshite with Shaggy. Tonight we'll be answering the question, religion, can it help ease mental trauma? In order to do this, we have a genuine man of the cloth in the studio. We didn't have to go far to find one. He's always hanging around outside the Asda, handing out leaflets and singing happy clappy songs. Let us repair now to the interview suite. Hello again, viewers. And now we come to tonight's main topic. Religion. Can it help ease mental trauma? Please welcome our guest.
Good evening.
Hello. Remember me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, of course you might. And who, pray, are you?
I am the Reverend Bartholomew.
Reverend? That's a bit presumptuous, isn't it? Assuming we revere you. That's like me calling myself the adored Shaggy, even if I am. What's your mother call you?
Tim.
That'll do. Now then, Tim, what have you got to say for yourself?
Well, Shaggy, have you heard the good news?
What, 30p off the curly whirly at the Asda?
No.
You're not going to say a quid off nudie mags up at Mr. Patel's, are you?
No, that God has come to save us all.
God? Well, I'm afraid you'll have to be a bit more specific than that. Vishnu?
No.
Ganesh?
No.
Wotan? Odin?
No.
Thor?
No.
Oh my.
No, I'm talking about Christ our Lord of the Bible.
No, don't get me wrong, Tim. I mean, I can see the appeal of the priesthood. I mean, you know, the uniform's not bad. It's better than McDonald's. And you're on a one-day week.
Well, I suppose
It's quite
so.
a cushy number, really. I mean, I suppose to do, you know, like, once you memorise the manual, you can just wing it. I mean, they're all so hungover on a Sunday, they won't know what you're on about, will they? Especially if you do it in Latin. Oh no, don't get me wrong, Tim. It's a good read. Bags of sex and violence for the whole family. I mean, it's not like they expect you to believe all this crap, is
Well,
it?
really.
Oh, come on. Come off it, Tim. You're an educated man. You can tell me.
Well,
You're as atheist as I am, really, aren't you?
I am not.
Go on, be honest, Tim. They can't sack you for your religion, you know. It's against the law.
I am a man of the cloth.
Are you sure, Tim? Because you don't sound too certain to me. Why don't you have one of my leaflets? I tell you what, why don't you go away and have a little think about it? You seem a bit overwrought.
Really?
You considered therapy?
I have never been so insulted. I am not putting up with this.
Oh dear, viewers. I think that might have been the peace of God that passeth my understanding. They seemed to get a bit upset there, didn't they? It's more fun than Dr. Roberts. I think we'll have to leave that as inconclusive, viewers. Just as well, he was starting to get up my nose. That's a different programme altogether, isn't it? See you, viewers. Well, as usual, Shaggy handled that with sensitivity and tact. The diplomatic corps really missed out when he didn't apply. We have a saying round here about Shaggy. You can take him anywhere twice, the second time to apologise. And as usual, viewers, I'm afraid the results were inconclusive. We've sent someone out into the car park to find Reverend Tim. I'm sure he'll be alright, but we'll have to leave it there for tonight. Now, a couple of weeks back, the Bedlam Boogie Boys were absolutely delighted to receive a very nice comment in the comments box about their original number, Don't You Dare. It came from a long-time viewer and friend of the show, Gail. So thank you for that, Gail. The boys, of course, took it to be a request, so they're going to be playing it again in just a moment. Before that, however, it falls to me to say how grateful me and the lads are that you all tune in to watch our little show. And on a personal note, as usual, I would like to thank you for your kind indulgence.
Well, don't you call me baby, don't you dare. Don't say I'm your sugar, I won't care. You've been seen in the Latin Quarter, doing things you oughtn't in order. Don't you call me baby, don't you dare. The way you're treating me is so unfair. I stay home just tearing out my hair. If I go out it gets me down, watching you run round this town. Don't you call me baby, don't you dare. You have been watching Not the Chair Circle, written, performed and composed by Bob McGowan, aided by the people in his head. This has been a Bobby No Mates production. I said, don't you call me baby, don't you dare.